Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome to the Fae Realm. We are back with some more death. I don't want to beat too much around the bush. Adam, over to you, sir.
No. Yes.
Dance, butt monkey, dance.
Wow. So we are at, we're still in Falkovnia. You decided to avoid the corpse road and move south into the Forest of Torches to avoid the brunt of the Falkovnian army. But not everything is as you remember. The moon itself is taking on very strange happenings. And yes, you're right, I am far away because I kicked my mic once again. And
Trust these ears.
The pop-ups. I got you. Hold on.
Fire management is very important.
Okay, how about that? Is that better?
Much better.
Yeah.
Now you sound like you're in the
There we
same room with us.
Guys, we're in Falkovnia. It's cold. There's dead people. It's unpleasant. Drausken's from here. That should be enough to explain it. So, we return to the Forest of Torches, where I think we're about to conduct a seance, perhaps.
After a fashion.
That's not what they're called when it's Speak with Dead. I don't know what it's called, but it's not a seance.
Well, whatever it is, your turn.
I don't know. You're doing a ritual and you're getting cryptic answers from a presumably deceased person. That's pretty seance-y.
Why did you put the word presumably in there?
I mean, I hope they're dead and not undead.
Well, I mean,
That'd be a
these
shock.
ones are dead. IRL seance, you know.
Okay, yes, but I'm differentiating between IRL seance, which is bullshit.
I was about to say, that's kind of a stretch called IRL, you know?
Well, you're not
Anyway.
wrong.
Yeah, so this session of Death brought to you by the amazing Randy. Rest in peace. Nobody?
Meow.
Okay.
Sorry,
We're having a
buddy.
moment of silence.
For the unknown Randy.
Yeah, James Randy. Nobody. Okay. All right. Someone in chat will get it, hopefully. If not, I guess
Sounds familiar. I think I heard about this.
I'm
once.
just going to retire from everything.
It's just different corners of fandom. There are things that I'm super into that you would not know a single name from.
So since we're still talking about this, the amazing James Randy would bring experts onto his show, psychics and fortune tellers, and debunk them live on television.
I know this guy.
Oh,
I know the guy you're talking about. Yes.
I've heard
Yes.
about this on someone else's show. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway,
He's
highly recommend.
waging a war against fake psychics.
We appreciate someone who does wars against misinformation.
That's right. Now,
Charlatans.
speaking of misinformation, let's ask a corpse
Oh, come on.
some questions.
Why you say it like that, Adam?
Maker's mercy.
Well, you know, anytime any message is delivered in Ravenloft, it is missed information.
Get out. Turn off the stream. We can't. Actually, no, I love it.
We're
very
in a
good
we're
at
in a mood
Creating dramatic
tonight.
tension.
Welcome to No Fumes Tuesday.
Welcome to
Which is
what?
called Zero. No fumes.
Oh,
We're not
yeah.
running on low fumes. We've got no fumes.
Now to get some more fumes.
oh boy.
Wow.
Remember to tell you later about the time my coworkers caught me sniffing markers.
Okay.
Checking the potency.
I grew up on those markers that were scented, and if I'm not sure, and it has an interesting color, I will uncap it and smell. Doing it once was fine. I did it a second time from the same pack, and that was when my coworkers were like,
Okay, that checks out.
Fair.
Anyway,
Purple and red were the best.
purple was very potent.
Black was the worst.
Truly.
Wow. Wow.
Look, black licorice is nasty. I'm
In
sorry.
2025.
I actually like black licorice. I don't like the black licorice smell of marker.
Do not like black licorice at all, nor the smell, or the fake smell of the marker.
Anyway.
So dead people.
AKA what Dane's about to make all of us. He's about to fly out here just to bitch slap us.
We love you, Dane.
Nah. Be a lot more fun not bitch slapping you.
I mean, if it gets you to come out and visit.
A friend slap.
Anyway. So yes, I have cast Speak with Dead as my Ravenhead token, my Raven Skull memento. And we brought her down to the ground, so she's like sitting up and like generally acting uncannily animated. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to pull from some of your questions, Tanya. Thank you for helping me crowdsource thoughts.
No,
I tried, but
I
then
can't
I got
brain.
immediately like, be careful. I'm like,
Now
ideas.
let us remember to whom we are speaking.
The mother of a family of 3
Yes.
that were impaled in front of their, presumably their home,
Yes.
out in the Torchwood.
The Forest of Torches, but very
Oh.
good guess.
I didn't actually watch the last session this time.
I did not watch it
yeah.
either.
And
Well,
No, I
I
failed.
only
never,
like
I never have time to rewatch these things.
Who would watch this anyway?
Hands in the chat.
She's like, please. Please clap.
Oh no. The saddest of the bushes. All right, so I will ask her, do you know anything about the rebels, including where they can be found?
Rebels. Troublemakers. They will draw attention. In the camp, they've cut the trees. The noise.
Okay. Do you know what is happening with the moon?
The moon, it is strange. It is like an egg opened, yet does not spill. I do not know it.
That's interesting. Why were you and your family killed?
Into the eye. Look into the eye. Look into the eye.
Loraphyra is going to like meet this woman's eyes directly and be like, because my immediate thought is someone else is possessing this body.
It does seem to have taken on a different tenor.
more of a baritone.
Get out.
Every tone I make is a baritone.
Womp womp.
All right, guys, bits for the dead. For all the funds.
Oh boy.
If I can't kill you through HP, then I have no choice.
And who am I speaking with now?
The master of shadows, of death, of evil. Falkovnia is mine.
I appreciate your optimism. But to make this sporting, is there anything that you want us to know?
Find my daughter, please.
I'm gonna glance over at the little body lying next to her.
The spell's power fades. You can ask no more questions.
I would have liked to have known her favorite flower, but I didn't think it was pressing.
Well,
How many charges that skull have?
let me double check the wording because it's the first time I've gotten to use it. Really. I can cast it as a ritual with no limit, so as many as I want, as long as we're willing to take 10 minutes and 6 seconds to do it. Actually, what is the casting time on Speak with Dead? I don't do the Speak with Dead
One
thing
action.
very often. Yeah, so you
It's an
know,
action, but 10 minutes of ritual casting.
10 minutes, 6 seconds, effectively. Also, Adam, does that count as getting more information than the corpse intended me to get?
For sure.
Brilliant.
Not that the corpse would have necessarily held anything back.
No. But she didn't intend to give me that information.
But you can definitely garner that the corpse itself had a very limited perspective on events.
Sure. Which means I think that the girl will also have limited perspective. Do we want to cast it on her as well? Or do we
Do you
want to
expect another visit? Do you expect another visitation from our interloper?
It does seem likely.
I mean, I doubt the little girl will know much, but perhaps the father will know more. Or as much as the mother, anyway.
I just find it interesting that the mother said find the daughter.
Well, who is this master of shadows, of death, of evil? I mean, does that sound like the person who controls the dragon, perhaps?
Her phrasing about the moon was very interesting to me.
What was that whole look in the eye thing? What was that about?
Oh, that was him taking over, I think. The voice changed as she was saying that.
Figure by this time Drausken is probably making his way back to the group.
I'll pass along to him the exact wording of what the corpse said, including the takeover.
Oh, wonderful. But it does sound like, at the very least, your suspicion that perhaps one of the other dark interlopers has made their way into Falkovnia in my absence. Any ideas who this entity might be?
Well, we've been dealing most often with a goddess, but she wouldn't refer to herself as a master of shadows, necessarily.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that. We have pissed in Char's Cheerios a few times. It wouldn't surprise me if she had a problem, but yes,
Are
this doesn't
Cheerios
seem to...
are Cheerios a form of travel ration?
Like that.
Yeah.
From what you told me about this Shar, she doesn't seem like the sharing type.
Note
None
to
of-
self: Cheerios are in Falkovnia.
Cannon.
Cannon.
It's too happy a name for anyone with Falkovnia.
In fairness,
It's a form
none
of cope.
Amazing.
Do you think we're all just sad, grumpy people all the time before we came here?
Yes.
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 I'll have you know, I was known as very joyous.
I was. I mean, there was. Well, that's neither here nor there. But
To be fair, I have
And
not
then-
met the rest of them, but you, yes.
I do not have such doubts about you, Drausken. A man who knows his wine and cheese knows his joy.
thank you.
You know what? That's oddly deep. Have an inspiration point.
Here, I was about to undercut it, be like, yeah, you can be a grumpy enjoyer of wine and cheese.
In fairness, none of the entities that we are dealing with are very good at sharing, the Raven Queen very much included.
I mean, I would have thought she is the master of death, but clearly someone else thinks they are.
Well,
There's several who think that they are. I think that Orcus is the one that most often tries to pull that title.
and Orcus was one in particular that we had a run-in one at the very beginning of our journey here together. I had rather hoped that the Demon Lord had found other things to occupy himself with, but it's possible. But,
Well,
as I said before, that complicates things, especially if General Drakov has fallen in with a champion or servant of Orcus playing as an ally.
I would.
And
Well,
why would you?
go ahead.
Why do you suppose he has chosen to reveal himself now?
Or at all.
I have no inclination of presuming to understand the mind of a demon lord.
Point of
Or any
order:
other-
are they? Is he a devil or a demon lord?
Orcus is
Orcus
a demon.
Okay. Look,
The demon prince of lies or whatever.
Look,
some
if we were talking about devils, I've never met one, but I feel like I would have a pretty good idea of what they're about.
Deals.
Demons, though,
deals
Didn't
and
we-
contracts, but
wild, monstrous.
Was that Cambion the devil?
I don't remember. And he's probably dead like the rest of them, so...
My parents did not teach me much about devils and demons, so
very likely a devil, as he wanted to strike deals.
No, that's fair.
but that means you've met one.
A data point of one is, well, not terribly informative. Regardless, I had hoped that we would only garner the interest and attention of one of the people, entities, fighting the queen for possession of the Shadowfell, but I suppose we couldn't be that lucky.
Well, I mean, we've technically garnered two, right?
3. Yeah.
Well,
The Archfey.
are we counting Orcus though? I mean, his minions were just there.
We're counting it, if only
Alright.
because he seems the type to hold a grudge.
Regardless, doesn't sound like you got much else in the way of useful information from this one here.
Immediate on the ground information, no, but more information about what may be going on in the overall scope of things here, which is not nothing.
Strange thing, it didn't seem like this woman had much love lost for the deserters and rebels either.
Is that a common attitude in Falkovnia? She indicated that they were troublemakers, drawing attention, making a lot of noise. Do you think that is a common attitude amongst the common folk?
Not at least for the last few years. Most of the common folk either came around and decided that the Falcon's talons were the best chance of survival they had, or they wanted nothing to do with us and they ran off. This one seems to be of the ran off category, but then didn't want to do anything with the rebels, not seeking any kind of protection or assistance, that's tantamount to suicide here.
Perhaps something has changed with the rebels as well. Perhaps they too are becoming more militant, more active. Someone seeking escape from warfare would not find shelter with them.
Well,
Seems reasonable.
there were those people in purple. Maybe they're the new thing? The newcomers?
Well, we won't find any further answers here, I think. The male will likely know about as much as his wife, and the little girl is a little girl.
Unless we're to take the voice's provocation to heart.
What do you mean?
Find my daughter?
If you want me to recast the spell on the girl, I can certainly do so.
There is one more point of interest. They mentioned that the rebels were frequently taking to timbering and lumbering. They were cutting down the trees. This must mean their base of operation is somewhere in an open plain.
I mean, perhaps they were building up shelters like where we were just fighting. You need a great many trees to create those spikes.
And if they were as proactive in that, as I think they are, there would be no trees around their base of operations, as they have used them all.
Easy for a raven to find, perhaps?
In the open plains, I would wager.
Well, Grim is an excellent scout. Shall I send him?
Could send one in each direction.
We do have 4. We can go all points of the compass.
Well, I don't know how much benefit you'd have sending one to the west. That's the edge of the domain, just on the other side of the river.
That's worth knowing if we need to escape quickly. Although, with
According to the map,
with your glaive.
There's only an open road east of here. I'm not certain where we are in the Forest of Torches, but there is an open plain south and west of the Willow Watch. And then further south from there takes us to the Tidelands.
Did we get a map in game?
No.
Oh, my bad.
I thought I gave you a handout, Dana.
We
have a handout, but we don't. Our characters don't have a map.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know what?
Drausken drew them one.
No, that's fine. I can actually obtain this information.
Go on.
If
Commune with nature? Hell yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
first things first, I have to burn 5 souls inside the scythe to get my spell slot back.
Well, you've been killing a lot of Zomsters, so how many souls do you have in there currently?
Zombies don't have souls, but I had
They
13
do
coming out of
according to
Mordant.
they did according to Adam for the sake of collecting.
Oh,
Not their own body souls, but souls nonetheless.
Yes, they had other souls. Hacker souls.
Hacker souls?
Yes, hackers.
Are they little green pixelated raccoons?
If you don't want your body taken over by a different soul, then might I recommend Lich VPN?
Might I recommend cremation?
I was gonna say the pyre.
The fire. All right, that too.
Or sky burial.
always put up your firewalls. That's it. I don't think I killed any zombies with my scythe.
Okay.
I think that is the key point here.
Just throwing that out
in
there
any
so you
case-
remember.
In any case, Lynn begins taking the bottom end of her scythe, and she begins sort of drawing a series of concentric lines in the dirt, sort of perfect circle with the lines facing toward the center, in cardinal directions: north, west, east, south. And she kneels down to place her hand above them, as she begins to try and get a feel for the landscape around them. About 3 miles out.
Okay, well, that will still get you a pretty big chunk of the map. Heading further south, there are more undead, like just swaths of undead. And then, of course, moving west, as Drausken had pointed out, is the edge of the domain. Moving out towards the Willow Watch near Lake Kestrel, there is but a house and a lone figure there. And there is a path from the lake to Lakar. And then otherwise, you have pretty much learned about the surrounding area. You've also learned about the tours of the frozen giants previous to this, where atop the mountains is a camp of falcons that watch over the corpse walk.
To the south, the hordes continue to gather in droves. There is no path there that we will not find resistance from their hunger. Northwards on the road, there is a lone figure standing vigil at the Willow Wash. Curious. And from there, the road north continues to Lakar.
By lone figure, do you mean the tower or a person?
The
Well,
person that looks of it. Oh,
the spell will only say creature of some kind, right? It's not specific.
not specific.
And there's a person on their own outside. All right.
Does anyone else think that this might be another of our feathered friends? Throwing that out there.
Perhaps so.
I mean, a few months ago, I would have said the idea of having some kind of monstrous creature like that wandering around Falkovnia that we didn't know about would be preposterous. But since we have since learned that they can appear as pretty much anything they want, well, the odds of that have gone up significantly.
Mm-hmm.
If they are as the other Nagpa have been, and they have been sequestered in these realms longer than we have, they may have a stronger idea of what happened to this place.
And who may have infiltrated. Besides them.
But
We should seek them out.
let's not get ahead of ourselves. We have no proof that this is a Nagpa. Could
That's
be
true.
another scout. Could be
Now,
a deserter.
well, we could send the Raven to check.
I'm not saying that we shouldn't check it out. Just temper your expectations.
Well, and especially since that does appear to be on the way to Lekar. Speaking of, that is our aim, yes? Is to make our way there.
Well, it certainly was. I have concerns now. If things have indeed turned around for the Talons under General Drakov's plan, the odds of finding soldiers in the army that are willing to turn their backs on her has gone down quite a bit.
Oh.
When morale is low, it's easy to find allies. But if they are reveling in their victories, we may find a camp full of people that are hot-headed for her new expansion.
And there's a dragon there.
I was not aware that you were counting on finding allies amongst the Falcons.
The Falcons are my allies. They always have been.
It's the undying loyal.
Speaking of which, there's a matter of your new moniker and your new identity. Would you like to wear something over your face?
I mean, I suppose it wouldn't hurt, but again, paranoia and security are paramount among the Talons. We won't be able to gain access to Lekar with me hiding my face under a hood. We'll need to figure out something a bit more durable.
Is there a particular woodland animal you find striking?
I've always liked wild boar. It's a little chewy, but can be flavorful.
You find them intimidating?
I find them food.
No taxidermy then. Understood.
Either way, my original plan, once we discovered that the army was camped out on the road and that things had changed, was to try and find these deserters, see if we could get information, what was going on, people that would be on our side as long as we were fighting against Drakov. I still think it would be a solid idea if we could find them, but I'm starting to worry that that might not be a viable option either. Unfortunately, I've never had a great mind for strategy, so I'm running out of ideas.
We need to confront and take out Draco. That is the ultimate goal. So what is the way that will get us there? And we may have to go through this new person, whoever it is, who is her new ally. I mean, I feel like no matter what, we are going to fight the dragon. That just seems really obvious to me.
I would hope that that's not a fact.
It's, her new ally has a dragon. There's nothing to stop that new ally from summoning the dragon. I
think you're thinking of this too linearly. We're not looking at a camp full of enemies that we want to fight on the way to their general.
No.
We want to take out the general without having to fight her army, because the second we fight the Talons, we lose.
Would she consent to single combat for control of the Falcons?
Sure. And which of you thinks that you stand a chance against her?
I was only thinking you stood a chance against her, but if you don't think so, then perhaps
I have
the wrong
never
way.
once beaten her in single combat. In 30 years, I've never beaten her in single combat.
All right, then we may need to get into wherever she is and seal that off from the rest of interference, say with a wall of stone or other measures to keep her contained by herself away from her army.
Could work, especially if everyone is preoccupied doing something else. But again, she's a general. She keeps a cohort of guards, of other commanders and generals at her tent for planning, for logistics, for giving out orders.
Does she live in a tent at all times?
Well, no, most of the time she lives in the old town hall. It's a figure of speech.
And you think of something that perhaps would draw her out, something that would need her immediate personal attention?
Or, conversely, that would empty the town of anyone except her closest. We will have to fight some of the Falcons. That is unavoidable, I'm afraid.
Yes. That what I was saying is, if we go to war with the army, we lose.
Obviously.
We need to fight as few people as possible. If a dragon gets involved, the army will notice.
I had a thought. I find it troubling, and I suspect you might find it troubling as well.
We're in
The way it
Falkovnia,
is-
it's nothing but troubling thoughts.
Right as well. I do not know much about war. You've described this Drakov to me as a woman who has embroiled this entire realm in a war for however many stretched years, decades, this realm has continued to burn for it.
Probably about somewhere between 3 and 4, maybe 5 years, depending on time and how long I've been gone.
3 or 4, maybe 5 years that you know of. We do know that every time the cycle resets, people aren't aware of it.
But
But
cycles
if you
have never
remember-
reset.
Exactly.
You
We're
talked
new.
over each other. I heard none of that.
My bad.
The Fae, not the Fae, the informant back at the carnival said that this place has never reset.
Mm.
We are a new realm, for better or worse.
Worse, certainly.
5 years embroiled in war is perhaps still far beyond a fair measure for anyone, even a career soldier or a decorated general. But the way things have changed here feels like they're taking the offensive.
Yes,
They think they can win.
they do. And they are winning if their reports are to be believed.
Winning against what, though?
That we don't know.
Do they consider the rebels to be their biggest problem right now, or do they consider the undead problem?
The rebels are nothing.
The rebels were nothing. That may have changed in the time.
Fair. To
Do you
recap,
think they're
when we first took this land, we conquered it in its entirety in about 2 weeks. Every soldier they had was crushed. The problem with the rebels now is not that these peasants are rising up. They are as equally irrelevant as they always were. It's the disillusioned falcons. It's the soldiers that have broken from the Vedeska. Those are the only ones that we need worry about. Without them, it's just farmers. Desperate, but just farmers.
they think they are colluding with dissenters?
They are dissenters. The fact of the matter is, Vedeska's not making any allies amongst her people the more that we die to accomplish nothing. But when we start winning, morale goes back up. People's opinions of the general goes back up. And all of a sudden, the hopeless campaign that can't be won becomes winnable. The last time we fought a war that we believed winnable, we sacked kingdoms.
So here was my disturbing thought. Do you think your general would leave the confines of their fort, their protections, to go on the march for the promise of victory?
If she believed victory was at hand, absolutely. She rarely led from the front, but she always led from the army.
It's a possibility I hope we won't have to count on.
Either way, none of this is going to make much difference until we know what we're dealing with. Until we know what that is. Until we know about the dragon. And until we know whether we have allies in this land or not.
To the Willow Watch, then.
Our best lead, unfortunately.
Indeed. Do we wish to go there now, or do we want to take the moment of respite that we have and get some rest?
When you were looking out, you said that there were undead to the south, more of the hordes, yes?
Yes.
All of them across the river.
Is that correct? Are they across the river?
Let's see. Across, but meandering north.
On the roads.
Through the river.
They are across the river, but the currents do not appear to hold them.
Never for very long. But if the bulk of them are across the river, then perhaps making camp here tonight. Generally, if they start pouring across the current, we'll be able to hear them better.
Then let us make camp.
Ugh.
I will raise the
going
wards.
to take care
They
of
will not
these
find
three.
us. I will.
But
I believe
They
Liv
will
was
be.
volunteering to take care of the bodies.
all right.
I scouted out the perimeter. It doesn't look like there are any undead in the immediate area. I don't believe there are any other houses around here either. We are in a bit of a nook, with the river both to our west and to our south. It's probably about as good as we're going to get, especially if Lynn is able to construct us some barricades.
If we have walls and a roof, it will be enough. My wards will handle the rest.
Well,
All
there's
right.
walls and a roof right there.
Let's
We
make
just need
use.
to shore them up.
Let's make use of them then.
Lynn is going to get to work using mold earth to put aside a pit in the dirt to inter the three bodies. Before I'm hoping there's at least enough dry branches or dry grass that we can start a fire.
Okay, well, that you can certainly do. And there's actually plenty of fire nearby, in fact, that you could just borrow.
Oh boy.
It's actually really hot around here. Because, you know, the whole area got firebombed.
That's right. Are we even safe here?
We moved a little ways away from that.
Yeah, we moved a couple miles away.
All right.
If nothing else, I am going to, I will have them laying inside a pit, and then we will cremate them, and then I will move the dirt back over.
You give these dead what you can give them, what you can offer, which isn't much. But at the very least, hopefully, their bodies won't be defiled by spirits of death.
Yeah, as the pyre is going, Loraphyra will speak blessings over the dead. she's aware that she doesn't know the customs of the people of Falkovnia, but she can at least offer what little comfort she can to the departed.
Drausken watches the process, but does not get involved.
There's usually a sense of comfort at performing such a kind deed, to be able to set those who have passed on and to do them some honor. But there is no such comfort tonight, as you are instead met with a chill and a sinking feeling in your stomach.
I will note that feeling and file it away as a interesting data point.
Now, how are we camping?
If there is a cottage, even in as much disrepair as it might be, that is still enough room for me to use Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow.
Okay, so you don't even need a shack or anything. You just need an open space.
Yeah,
Not really, no. I feel like the shack will grant some measure of familiarity and comfort.
It means something to have a hearth inside of a cottage.
Okay. Now, are you going to the lakeside to do that?
Is that where the cottage is?
Yeah.
Are we within an eye shot of the zombies across the river?
No, that would be kind of getting away from them.
Okay. Better, in fact. So, yeah.
Okay. In that case, I am going to bring you over here.
We actually can have a hearth in here, and it will not have any fire going out.
Love it.
I recognize this map. Or at least part of it.
Well, I haven't used it before, at least I don't think so.
Not somewhere else.
So, as you are approaching the house, what appears to be from a distance some junk left just on the outside begins to move. As you get closer, the figure becomes much more clear as a clattering of bones and cloth and armor rise to a great height. You're able to see this from far off thanks to your scouts and your high perception skills. But this is the lone figure spoken of.
I thought that was by...
I thought that was much further away. We're still at the cottage where the family died.
I'm just following what Chris was telling me. So this...
Okay, this is content. This is content.
Everything's content.
We weren't going to Millowatch quite yet.
Yeah, you're on the way to it at the sort of southern end of Lake Kestrel.
Okay.
If that was not your intent, I apologize.
It was not. We were at the cottage where the family had passed, and we were intending to use that cottage as our rest for the night.
I see.
But we can do this.
But what about the discussion I just had with Chris? Was that just Did you all just disagree with him, or did we check
I
out?
heard. We all heard that we were staying at the cottage, and Chris was.
I
Lid was making-
misunderstood. I thought we were talking about that cottage.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Maybe that cottage wasn't suitable for inhabitation.
Yeah,
Regardless,
let's go deal with the thing.
Sure. Why not?
Well, now you've given us a cool skeleton, and I want to meet him.
okay.
Have
Well-
you seen anything like this before?
Almost always the dead that you've run into have looked like zombies.
Yeah.
But to see something that's much more skeletal and of this size, it's unnatural. It is something beyond what you remember seeing in Falkovnia.
Every now and then we would see skeletons coming out of Viglia Forest, but this is not normal. I've never seen anything like this. Be on your guard.
Does the skeleton resemble the one we fought in the pit in Mordant?
No. Well, I mean, all skeletons kind of look like skeletons.
I mean, we've seen something
What?
like it before, just not exactly like it before.
All right. Does it appear to be becoming hostile as we approach?
I mean, here's the thing. You're going to see it before it sees you. And so considering that we have, a couple of characters here that are very good scouts, you were able to see this thing kind of rise to its feet. It seems alerted by something, but you're pretty sure it's not aware of you.
Can try to use the house for cover. See if we can possibly sneak up on it before it notices what we're here.
We can certainly make the attempt.
Is it significantly taller than the house? Like, what are the odds that we can actually use a building for cover moving up to it?
I mean, definitely you could use the building for cover. It's not towering over it. Its head's probably, at the peak of that roof. It's about 10 feet tall.
All right. Well, one last smash before we head to sleep.
Must.
Get
All
your
right,
brain out
Drausken,
of
give
the
us
gutter, Adam.
that stealth. I work with teenagers. What do you want? Let's see.
17.
Not
Stealth.
bad.
Are we all
Not
making
bad
stealth
at all.
rolls?
I mean, if you're moving stealthily, you should make a stealth roll.
I am.
Okay.
I am attempting to.
I'm.
be
Oh,
good.
why am
Okay.
I on advantage? I did poorly, so ignore me. Ignore the advantage. I don't.
Okay.
I had no reason.
2 17s and
What do I
2
do?
7s. That's hilarious.
We're doing great.
The average on that is hilarious
Somehow.
to me.
Somehow, the fighter and the cleric are moving more stealthily than the druid and the monk.
Look, I'm tired. They better leave me alone.
Not exactly a dex class.
Okay.
Look at my health bar and look at all of your health bars.
All right. So as you're moving towards the house, the creature, about the time you get right there, that's actually a good position. The creature does meander out a few feet and turns its head in your direction. Its eyes flare with red energy and light.
A sigh.
Can I move up to the corner of the building, or does it seem like it sees me?
Just keep in mind how many feet you just moved. And so it is simply going to produce a greatsword and attack you.
I don't think it's willing to offer sanctuary.
It is it's an evil skeleton bad guy, like, you know. we're doing this.
It's about as straightforward as it can get, truly.
Yes, but does it see me or does it see the party?
Womp womp.
I mean, excuse me, turn order. You
All
are in
shall
the
become
way.
clear in time.
Well, Dane, just rolling like meat tonight, I guess.
And then there's Len with the 999999999.
Why does that keep happening?
I
Jump
don't know.
gate?
I think it's just because it's like we ported over to Jump Gate instead of starting there.
Could be.
That's my theory.
Yeah.
You know, ports are always just great.
Yeah.
I did attempt to play the Skyrim VR port. I was about ready to puke within like 5 seconds.
Oh no.
I could not do it. I was like, nope.
You're
Nope.
finally awake.
I'm like, I'm about to pass out.
Yeah.
Turns out you
Okay.
have wagon sickness.
Wagon
Oh my God.
sickness.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
it is motion sickness, is really what it is.
I mean, yes.
So Drausken, you're at the top of initiative, and I think you've already moved 10 feet.
Well, I can unmove. I was asking if we could do that before combat.
No. But you can move before combat. You just have to count it. Right?
Okay.
So
Um,
you can be there minus 10 feet, or you can just go back.
No, I'll take it. Drausken is
Okay.
going to try to move up behind the house. And then I would like to ready an action if the skeleton passes by, that he's going to come out and try to attack it.
Very good. Loraphyra.
I'm gonna keep this simple. I'm going to chuck a guiding bolt at it. For a nat 1.
Unfortunately, that will go wide.
Yeah. And then I'm just gonna 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna get back behind the side of the house and see if we can't lure the skeleton past Drausken's position. And that'll end my turn.
Interesting. It definitely follows the big shiny thing that just shot at it. And it is going to move right here. So Drausken, go ahead.
Get him.
I guess I'll move it a little closer so you can hit it.
That's very nice of you.
I mean, I still had plenty of movement to step out. 19 to hit.
19 is a hit.
All right, that's 10 slashing for radiant.
Okay. The creature jerks from the impact, and the spirits within hiss in unison from the
Spirits?
radiant damage dealt to them.
Spirits plural?
Mm-hmm.
This thing's kind of piecemeal, made out of like a bunch of stuff from the appearance of it.
This is the wrong domain for a Frankenstein creature.
Thunderbolt skeletons, though, they're modular.
Fair point.
So,
Very much.
please refresh my memory. With my held action, what all can I do? Can I do a full attack action as normal, or am I somehow limited or restricted in that?
I believe you're limited to one attack when you use a ready to action.
Okay, cool.
Though if chat's like, no, I could have gotten that wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the case.
I think that's
I
true.
won't worry about it, but what I
remember that.
will do is I would like to tack on a goading attack on top of that.
That you certainly can do, yes.
Perfect.
Neener.
We'll go ahead and throw that in there. He can go ahead and
That's right, I called you modular.
No one calls me modular. I don't know the meaning of the word.
Yeah, that should be a DC 15. So if that advantage is not active, I think that works.
Yeah, that there's no reason to have the advantage. I do have a thing I could do, but I don't want to, and so it is goaded.
Okay.
But not
That also means I get to add a little bit of superiority spice.
Yes.
One
Spice,
point
Nice.
of superiority spice.
A dash of salt.
Just a dash of salt. Just, yeah.
Little bit of mayonnaise folded in there.
Okay, so the creature stops because turns to you and is going to strike with its greatsword.
That's
It
right.
swings with a 17, which I think is a miss.
Yep, we're just gonna deflect that up and into the side of the house.
Yeah, it just bashes some of the shingles off and then rears back and stabs forward. And the attack is lobbed awkwardly, and you move easily past it.
Now, come on now, we were planning on sleeping in there.
Oh.
Wizard gave me my body, but not
All right,
my brain.
Lynn.
Right. Well, if Drausken has its attention, we're just going to we're gonna venture back around this way. And scatter a handful of white chrysanthemum petals into the air. It is a good night for a moonbeam.
I don't know, that moon's looking pretty shady.
Well, maybe it's a red moonbeam.
Okay.
A negaverse moonbeam.
All right. The moonbeam flies down in the area. It needs to make a con. All right. And it fails.
Ooh, real close.
Okay. It blasts down, striking the creature, and deals
2d10 radiant. Here. There we go. 15 radiant damage.
not bad.
Nice.
Very good.
Spice.
Okay. Anything else, Lynn?
That is it for my turn.
Yi-Ling?
Yi-Ling will run up and she will strike with her glaive. Because, God!
That's 2 nat 1s in this combat for those who are keeping track.
Again! That's right! Eat it, Skelly boy!
D20 has 20 sides.
Yes.
Yeah, it just happens to land on
Very-
one of them more
very
often than the
factual.
other.
Did it do my...
No.
Did it do the,
No, it did not.
The extra
okay,
damage?
I gotta roll.
Because it did the +3 from your ability and +3 from the enhancement. So yeah, there we go. There's the 5.
Wahoo!
All right,
And
you
then-
strike the creature for 21 damage.
With my bonus attack, I will kick you in the patella. Oh, that doesn't hit. Darn.
You're
Even-
You
right.
don't know that.
I'm like, if you say so. Right?
Wait
I
until
did 10!
Adam says it doesn't hit.
That's okay. Does a 10 hit?
No.
Adam? Okay.
Well, it was hitting like a lot of the zombies, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, this is way bigger than a zombie, but it has like armor and stuff.
good point. How dare we question you?
I mean, to me,
Wow.
how you like, if you tell me to roll damage, I'll do it. But that's all she wrote. That's all she hit for now.
Okay. Then let's go back to Drausken.
All right. Well, since we seem to have it all good and pissed off, let's go ahead and hit him with the full combo. Start off with the black sword. That'll be a 16.
All right. Oh, whoop, whoop, did not mean to do that. Okay. 16. You swing and the attack bounces off its armor.
Ooh. All right. Well, in that case, we'll swing again. How about a 26?
Yeah, that one lands.
Okay. That'll be 7 slashing and 4 radiant. And I just need to double check whether or not I can actually shield bash someone who's bigger than me.
Only by one size.
I think if it's only by one size, and this is a
Yeah.
large creature, right?
It appears to be.
Smash that knee.
It is large.
All right. Well, in that case, I will attempt to shield bash and knock it down.
Go for the kneecap.
As was mentioned, its knee is more or less at shoulder level. So that's a pretty spicy save he's got there. Certainly
Ooh.
better than my 11. So no good.
Spicy's our word tonight.
He is staying on his feet. By the way, have you guys ever seen those like really big Halloween skeletons?
There's
Yeah.
one
Those
that
are so
lives
much
year-round
fun.
in a
Now, just
neighborhood
imagine
I
that with
live by.
armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am
People with
shocked.
Skeletons should dress them up year-round.
I
I'm
am
just
shocked
saying.
that someone who has one of those massive things in their yard hasn't put armor on it yet.
Yeah, I've seen them dressed as different things. Let's see. So Drausken has put in his attacks. He's dealt some damage, but we are learning the limitations of it. After the strike, the creature bellows with fury. And let's see. How can I leave my knees alone?
I mean, valid.
Ah, yes, I can. Perfect. All right, Loraphyra,
Oh.
you're.
I'm gonna keep this simple and just I'm gonna do a sacred flame. So I need a.
Okay.
I know he's good at strength. Decent at dexterity. Beat my my DC.
Okay, the creature just moves backward, narrowly escaping the blast of radiant energy.
Okay. And then I will use my bonus action to bring up a spiritual weapon.
Uh-oh.
We're about to take a long rest, in theory.
That's the hope.
That is indeed the hope. I'll drop it on this side of him, just so I'm not interfering with the moonbeam. I don't think it will,
Okay,
but
we'll
you
give
know.
that to Loraphyra and hit save.
Thank
There you go.
And that's a 24 to hit.
Okay, that is certainly a hit.
For 7 force damage.
All right, the attack comes in, striking the creature, and its eyes flare brighter.
I'm gonna scoop back toward the edge of the pond just for safety's sake.
Just for safety.
Why is there a second one?
Good question.
I think we're about to find out.
No, no
and
me
that's the end of my
gusta.
turn.
All right, the creature keeps its focus on Drausken, and it makes a great sword attack once again, and it is going to be a miss.
Come on, you can do better than that.
Oh, he swings again.
Don't
Oh!
provoke the skeleton, please.
Okay, that's better.
He can do better than that, it turns out.
100. Okay, so It actually still does have a little more than half of its health. So there is an additional 11 damage tacked onto that.
That's fine. I took
Oh.
all of it.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh. Yeah, that actually hurt. Okay, we're done playing.
As some of the spirits subside within the creature, others take over, causing it to move again.
Oh.
Oh. Interesting.
And it strikes Drausken once again.
Ow.
Ripes.
And
Well.
since you're at less than half, you
I
take
am
a
at
natural
less than
13.
half.
Okay.
All right. Well, he was feeling good, and then he wasn't.
Happens quick, doesn't it?
Does happen. But that is the end of his turn. Lynn.
Did he roll for Moonbeam?
Oh.
Oh, we did not. And he did not move.
Oh, that saves.
Okay. Do we just take half of the 15? Do we just want to keep that 15? Yeah, let's just keep it.
Yeah, we'll keep it.
That's 2 turns. Doesn't it have to roll twice?
No. Actually,
Just saying.
that's a good question.
Is it per turn or per round? If
When
it
you
starts its
start
turn.
turn, and if it has
First.
2 separate turns.
Oh, that's an interesting
Oh,
edge
I see
case
what
I
you're
have
saying.
never seen before.
Yeah, because
I've
this
never
is
seen this
not,
before either, so that's
Well, it's
why
because it's not a
question
rule
mark.
that ever exists in this game. So
Interesting.
I'm making up bullcrap.
Good.
So
Homebrew is fun.
I
Yes.
think fair's fair. So let's go ahead and do it again.
You are kinder than I would have been, sir.
Alright.
Love you,
That
Howard.
is a fail
No,
for
it's a
full
good point.
damage.
I would have been over here like, a 6-second round is a 6-second round, yo.
Rounds are different than turns.
It's hitting different spirits.
Alright, so I guess I'm rolling for this one. For 10 radiant.
I already did it.
Oh, okay.
I already took the 15. Unless you want me to change it.
Nope, that's fine. That's fine. In any case, I see that things are getting a little dire. We're going to move into range. I'm going to use a bonus action to give Drausken my last 5 dice for Balm of the Summer Court. You are going to be getting 15 HP healed and then 5 temp HP.
That is not insignificant.
Yeah.
And that was my bonus action. Well, my standard action, I'm going to bring the blade of my scythe as it begins to cut through the grass on the bottom in a mighty upward swing, cleaving through the air with magical energy. A 17 to hit.
17 is a miss.
Ow!
So it's 18 or 19 that we're hitting at.
Yep.
Because I know a 19 hit.
Okay, and that'll be my turn.
Yi-Ling, you're up.
Right, I'm going to try to hit it and attempt a stunning strike. Hell yeah.
All right, that'll certainly hit.
Woo-hoo.
When did you become Mario?
Just now.
No, that's the
It's
second
me,
time you've
Chris
done.
Pratt.
That's the second time you've done that.
I have not noticed, to be honest, but I'll take your word for it. I can be Peach too. Minya, minya.
Amazing.
Tania can be all the high-pitched characters.
Okay, that I think saves. So I don't
You still haven't
think
given me
there's-
the damage, though.
Yes, true. Okay, damage. Nope, not far enough. Go. Oh, sad. Okay.
Sad.
So
Get out with that.
gonna hit it again and go for a death strike
Ow.
this time because I just can add damage. It's better. Try to stun it, then the water. All right, so there we go. We will go
Tried to
ahead.
stun, didn't work. What a loser.
I'm gonna hurt you, Adam.
You know I can mute you, right?
Rolling single digits, very rude. Well, that's better. Okay, 4 out of 6 ain't bad.
Come on, the audience loves it, probably.
Or they're
Everyone
all
loves a
also
heal.
groaning.
Or they're all doing the same thing we're doing. Like, all right, and then I will kick the patella. Yeah.
Holy hells.
Oh, no, not my
Right.
patella.
Right in the patella.
He doesn't know what that is. All right.
Kick you in the knee.
All right.
It's only a little bit of. Wow, I rolled single digits on every damage dice.
You
except
rolled a
for
1
the
on
extra
every
one.
single damage dice except the extra one.
It makes me
Shh,
very
shh, shh.
upset.
We know, Dane. Shh.
Just making sure my
You are
damage isn't
correct.
off. No, I am rolling d10s. It's just
You are correct.
Are you talking about that extra 4 damage I wasn't supposed to take?
wait. No, the extra 4 damage you're supposed to take for double dice on the crit.
Okay.
It's just bludgeoning. It's a kick.
No, Dane is over here being the pedant saying on a d10, you're almost always going to roll a single digit.
Oh,
He's being a pedant over here.
get out! Away with
I'm
you!
just saying.
You are
Away with you, beast.
you are technically correct, which is the best kind of correct. However,
Hey,
I think I should get an
didn't say
inspiration.
it. I
and you
wanted
get
to
a
say it.
anti-
I stopped myself.
you thought it so loudly it radiated over here.
All right, that's all I got in me. Not much, frankly.
God's above and below.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna do something more spectacular next turn. Calling it now.
Even more power,
Overnight.
which works weirdly better with black lipstick. I don't know why.
That
Gonna
checks
go
out.
Super Saiyan.
All right, Drausken, you're up.
Okay. Well, since it does seem to be relatively pissed off in my direction, we're going to take advantage of that. And we are going to say impolite, unkind things about its parentage and take the dodge action.
Modular because you have 10 pairs.
And all of them were whores.
Wrong.
Or a scale of slut.
What?
My
I
next
really-
character.
What?
I really wish you had been drinking something. I would have gotten the spit.
You might have.
That's up there with Isabella saying "prostitutes." That was one of the great lines in that game. The prostitutes. All right.
My funny bun
Loraphyra.
is the only one firing on all cylinders.
Okay, cool. I'm going to use my bonus action to attack the skeleton again with the spiritual weapon. 18 to hit.
Okay, 18 is a hit.
Yes. Okay.
We found it.
We found it. 5 force damage on that. And then, looking at Drausken and the general situation that he appears to be in, and recognizing that this is a little bit of a dire situation, Loraphyra is going to sigh very quietly to herself, reach up and cup her fingers over her jaw on the side of her neck, and cast life transference as she pulls a little bit of her own life force out of herself to heal Drausken. Life transference is one of my favorite spells.
Ren likes it way too much.
I use it very carefully.
Uh-huh.
So, I take 12 points of necrotic damage, and you get 24 healing.
All right.
That's a pretty good deal, all things considered.
Yeah, that is a very
Life
good deal.
transference is a spell that I love and I use very, very carefully because, that can go very wrong very fast.
It
Yeah, but-
definitely can.
You should use it more.
Between the two of you, I would actually survive if he hits me as hard as he did last turn. Not by
except
much, but I
there's a
would.
Third one now, Adam.
Dumb.
And that's why I
With
took the
it.
dodge action.
I mean, good job.
But that is the end of my turn as little white circles the size of her fingertips flare briefly and then disappear.
Okay, on its turn, it fails its save, taking a not insignificant amount of damage. He does not enjoy taking this damage, and so he is going to use a different move. He is going to
Jesus.
move right here,
Like
which
to
I don't
make
know
an
where
oppor-
the space is, but yeah,
Can I
you
make
can go
an
ahead.
opportunity attack?
Yes, you can.
Great.
I think
That's a
the
21.
box
That is a hit.
is a little offset.
We have to make a
Awesome.
dex saving throw. Don't like that.
Oh, hold up. Don't go doing anything crazy.
What do you think? I might kill
There
him?
we go.
That would be nice.
I am also going to do another maneuver. I'm going to actually just do another goading attack. So if it can give me another beep-a-deep-a-doo, wisdom save, perfect. So it'll be at disadvantage attacking anyone but me again. As Drausken, seeing it turn around and start to run, takes his sword, drives it between its shin bone and what is it, tib and fib?
Yep.
Mhm.
I have Sentinel, and I hit it with my opportunity attack. It can't move.
Okay.
Nail it to the ground.
All right, it stays-
Sentinel is an amazing feat.
Right put.
I didn't give you permission to leave.
Okay. And so you did not. So his attack stops here. And we will Yi-Ling and Drausken, please give me a dex save.
That was a 12.
You said dex, right? Not death.
Dexterity saving throw, yes.
Okay.
You're
Death
not on
is
death
next.
throws yet.
I take no damage thanks to evasion.
Well, there's no half
if-
damage anyway, but yes.
What if there was such a thing as a creature that forces death saves while you're still alive?
Dear God.
Good idea.
No.
That's crazy
I'm
sounding.
sorry.
Dane,
I'll stop giving Adam ideas.
Dane, do you want to use a point of the Deadpool?
I am debating that.
Because otherwise it is 36 damage.
Yeah.
I'm going to advise using it if only to give you a shot.
You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and do
Second
that,
it.
Do
Yeah.
it.
if you don't mind.
Go for it. And then you roll
Still a
exactly the
12.
same. Well,
That's so
we
shitty.
tried at least. Thank you for
Sorry,
thank you for more bits there, Duke Fleeg. Very kind of
Your
you.
grace. That was
All right.
that was me. Roll 20.
Yeah.
That sounds correct.
All right. Well, 36.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
There was all our hard work.
Now, since he was not able to move,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does make this.
oh, wrong save. But still, well, we'll take the die roll anyway. And
That's right.
with,
Stay here and cook.
with that, it actually does destroy him.
Yeah.
And he goes down. We cannot use undead fortitude. And you have defeated the dead champion.
Ugh.
I will go do the thing I was going to do anyway, and grab my bloodstone and crush it and then sprinkle it on Drausken and cast Cure Wounds. Which means I need to do, what do I need to do? 2d8 plus my shitty wisdom modifier.
Ooh.
Oh. That is a tarnished medal of valor. A relatively worthless trinket, but greatly envied by those who understand what it signifies. Great valor and skill in the eyes of their commander. In my eyes, no more precious medallion adorned the necks of the ladies of the court. Once per long rest, you can maximize the damage you deal with a critical hit. I mean, it has to be Drausken's.
Oh,
we
that
have to
didn't
put that
work.
on Drausken.
Why? I'm the lowest damage dealing person in the group.
Yeah, but your critical damage will also boost your radiant damage on your sword.
And it will also boost your maneuver damage.
And it's
You
from...
actually have very potent crits.
Now, if only you were a half-orc instead of a useless hobgoblin.
Whoa!
Rude!
The
And also
racism is
Rude
so
rolled
strong
20.
here. Wow.
Jeez, you can kind of...
I know.
Anyway, you
Most
get a measly 5-ass gear.
Honey, it's 3d8. Or 2d8, not 2d6.
Oh, motherfucker. Just shoot me now.
I'd rather not.
I tried to do the commands and failed, and then I gave up and did it on the thing. And it still sucks. Okay, there we go. 14 less measly. Me, God. Okay, sorry. I swear I'm like a sailor.
You're
No
fine.
fumes. No fumes, guys.
You act as if I'm offended by swearing.
Oh, someone might be.
Eh,
Ugh.
that someone is not me.
Well,
What does
since
this do again?
since my party seems rather insistent on Drausken having it, is this something that he's ever seen before?
Yes. These were, on occasions, given to those who prove themselves. They were awarded by Drakov to soldiers for works of great valor.
Huh. By any chance, would I know this one in specific?
Ooh.
No.
Dark empathy time?
I imagine that's what we got. The flavor text is what we got with the dark empathy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
that's,
okay.
that's what it comes with.
I understand. I need to internalize that dark empathy is the Dark Souls item text button.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
basically. It was his excuse to lean further into the FromSoft designation.
It's
Hey,
so
it
good.
works.
Oh,
That
Yeah.
was an interesting episode.
It's not mine.
Oh,
It
it
does
is
bring
now.
back memories.
It's yours now.
I appreciate the sentiment, but no, it's not.
One
These are
by
earned.
right.
They're
One,
not taken.
one by right of combat.
And if you don't feel you've earned it, give it to someone else.
Oh, I've earned it.
There you
A
are.
couple of them.
You are driving
not
me crazy,
this
old
one.
man.
If we don't find anything else useful on the body, let's explore the cottage and see if it can't take our rest.
I agree.
The cottage is long abandoned. Home now only to vermin and a couple of spiders, perhaps. Though why this skeleton had been posted here is anyone's guess. But otherwise, the place seems abandoned. Very still and it's quiet.
Lynn is going to get started on cleaning up and making space and making sure there's room for bedrolls on the floor before she starts putting up the wards. But as she's doing that, she's going to ask Drausken, are the undead here known to mobilize?
You're going to have to be a lot more specific as to what your inquiry is.
Are they merely a roaming pack of fiends, or do they have an army of their own? Is there a chain of command? Do they follow orders?
No, to my understanding, from what I've seen, they are a mindless, ravening horde. When they do charge out every new moon, it is a wave as wild and unstoppable as any you might see in nature. The difference is, it hungers. It is, by that token, actually one of the things that makes it the most dangerous. You see, Vladeska Drakov is a brilliant strategist, and we are a trained army. When it comes to fighting other soldiers, there are few better. But we're not fighting soldiers. They don't respond to tactics or strategy. They simply rush, unstoppable as the tide. You can't outthink a force of nature, a mindless hunger.
That must be immensely frustrating for her.
Not just for her, but yes. All of her plans, every strategy, every tactic, they're all reactive. They're all trying to stop what is coming. But we can't control it. We can't direct it. We can only hope that we are strong enough to stand another month.
If these hordes have no master, who do you suppose outfitted these bones?
These? I haven't the slightest. But I'm not going to pretend that I understand everything that's going on in Falkovnia anymore. I was disabused of that notion as soon as we saw that thing up there.
As you look upon it again, it is mostly golden in hue, with a thin black sliver at the center.
Like a vertical slit?
Like a vertical slit.
Like a snake
Almost
eye.
like an eye?
Like an eye?
Hell's bells.
Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it?
I mean, you're the eye person.
You're the eye person?
I've only got one left.
How do you get that designation?
Nice, she's collected. And look, every time I do something without anyone telling me to directly, I get yelled at. So.
I'll do it. I'll start the moon.
You look at the moon. Okay.
No response. Okay.
Yi-Ling looks up at the moon.
I know I didn't. Lynn did.
And then Yi-Ling, your blood becomes as ice.
It's Lynn, not Yi-Ling.
Sorry, Lynn. Your
Yi-Ling.
That's their ship name.
your
Well,
eyes
now it
feel
exists.
hot. And you begin to recall every smell and taste that you've experienced in your life. You recall shapes and patterns long forgotten from your childhood. They revisit you like old friends. And you begin to slip further and further away. Roll sanity.
What does a 10 mean?
You lose a point of sanity. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Hang on a second. What's up? -9, not 9. Right. There we go.
You collect yourself enough to realize that it may hold information, but it also represents great danger. You muster the will to pull away, but you must choose to do so. Or to continue.
Without alarm from her reverie, she staggers and stumbles against the boards of the cottage, clutching her remaining good eye.
We'll go to steady her.
Then, what's wrong?
Are you all right?
Moon, I stared into it and it beckoned. It did me visions, sensations long past. A kindness I did not think to find in these lands.
Yi-Ling, were you the first one to talk to Lynn?
I mean, Drausken asked her a question, but we both kind of were like, "Are you okay?"
Well, Yi-Ling was the first to catch her, yeah.
Who was the first to make eye contact?
That would be me.
Hell's bells.
Yi-Ling, I would like you to tell Lynn a secret that you've never told anyone.
This is the second time you've done this to me, Adam.
Hey, you jumped in. It could have been me, but you wanted it first.
I'm right next to her on the map. It made sense, man. Now I have to think of something.
Well, as this information is drawn over, I'll give you a chance to think about it. Your attention on Lynn is interrupted as you hear the breath and the gait of a horse making its way closer to you, with spurs rattling in the night air. As arriving near to you, where are you at?
Right here.
There we go. That's what we want.
Hell's bells.
Is that what we want? I'm not sure that is what we want.
Pretty
Well, that's
sure
what I want.
Not what we want, actually. Just throwing that out there.
Is you see a knight atop a horse bearing a lance adorned in red raiment. And I think that is a good point to take the break.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we'll be right back very soon, friends. Stick around to see what in the heck is going on with this Red Knight. See you shortly. Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to the Fae Realm. We just finished a fight, and now there's another one possibly on our doorstep. Let's see what's going on. Adam, over to you, sir.
The rider moves towards you, still upon the back of its steed. The cask sort of turns to you to denote it looking and regarding your group. Good evening.
Hail, friend.
It is a lovely night, but it is dangerous out here, though, by the look of it. You can handle yourself just fine.
I got caught a little off guard, but we've managed this thing. Not seen its like before, though. Have you? And Drausken's gonna, like, just kind of every now and then look his direction, but mostly he's gonna be trying to keep his face pointed away from the rider.
Oh, yes. The dead are wearing more faces these days. They are taking new forms, evolving, perhaps. It is likely connected to that orb in the sky. I hope I do not need to tell you this, but do not look directly into it.
Aye, for the most part, we've done that.
I'll take that into advisement.
How long has that orb been an issue?
I have a question for you. You have not fled from me, and yet you are capable. You must not be from here.
I am not. No.
What manner of warrior are you, my lady?
Less a warrior and more one who draws power from outside of herself.
A warrior of humility, then.
A warrior who recognizes her limits.
An underrated skill necessary for survival.
So I have found.
And what of the others?
I would not presume to speak for my fellows.
You there, old codger.
Aye.
If you can muster it, you should stand up straight when speaking with one of the Falcon's talons.
Aye. I'm just wary of this creature that we've come across. Just want to make sure it doesn't jump up like some of the others we've seen.
It is only a matter of time until it is replaced with another. And another
That was my
again.
fear. Apologies. He, like, turns around and nods, but, like, keeps his helmet over his face.
You have a bearing of a man who has seen battle. It is subtle, but it is there.
You don't live to my age without at least knowing how to keep yourself alive.
I suppose technically that must be true. And what? Is this, is this your harem?
Come now, I'm too old for such games.
Old, perhaps. Maybe you are rich. Who knows?
No, Just an old sellsword who's fallen in with some capable friends. Fortunate in that, I suppose. How about you? You said you are a Falcon's Talon, yes?
Yes, that is true. But you may call me Shuvalov.
Good to meet you.
Indeed. Please, introduce me to your other companions.
As my dear friend here said, I don't feel comfortable introducing anyone else.
Well,
Yeah, let me take a look at her. Introduce yourself, and he'll motion for Yi-Ling to speak while he tends to Lin.
Sort of shaking off the weird compulsion to share one of her deepest secrets.
so
I was
you didn't actually share it.
Yes.
She just
Shall
knows
I do
it.
that? Okay.
She just knows it. Well, we'll come back to that later.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Yi-Ling sort of only like partially aware of this conversation happening, steps forward. Yes, pardon me for my rudeness. I am Yi-Ling Ingasdatter. Well, more new warrior, but under tutelage, she says, motioning to Drausken.
That weapon you carry, that is not for a novice, I think.
Well, I suppose novice is a strong word. I do not have as many battles under my belt as he does, but
So he is a warrior of some accomplish, then.
There is always something to learn.
yes. I had been taught by my father, but only after joining this group have I actually fought many battles. So still learning.
And I believe there is one more to become acquainted with.
Lynn is going to try and hand still on the walls of the cottage,
Easy.
step out and present herself.
Pardon, she unfortunately did make eye contact with the orb and is still recovering.
I do not recommend doing that again, but lesson learned, I suppose.
For all of us.
Are you well enough to walk?
Where will we be walking to?
I was asking the young lady there.
I will be. I will be.
Good. As you are all capable fighters, I have good news for you. You are all being conscripted.
Sounds lovely, friend, but perhaps you could give us the ability to take a rest before we march off to any new battles.
I think that I can provide to you better accommodations than this. Thicker walls, higher ones.
That is an enticing offer.
We have dealt with several waves of the undead, so thicker walls sound very enticing right at the moment.
I am sure you are far more capable than you are trying to get me to believe. But even the greatest warriors fall before the inevitable. I have seen many of my own brothers, far stronger than any common deadwalker, eventually fall. Please, come with me, and let us get you out of the snow.
Side-eyeing Drausken, trying to see what
Yeah,
his
I'm
explanation
trying.
is.
I'm trying to not side-eye Drausken because I can feel his expressions kind of radiating at me. I don't want to draw any attention over to him.
Still, friend, it is quite late, or at least I assume it is. Can we not at least wait until the morning?
The dead will not wait, and they will not knock. But ultimately, you may choose to risk the night. I implore you to do not. I would hate to cut down you while you walk undead.
How far to this place that you have in mind?
Only a few miles.
I'm going to look at Lynn.
You see the keep, the raised fortress with the broken bridge yonder. Across the lake, that is where we are going.
I look back at Loraphyra and I say, I am well enough to walk if I must.
I think that may be advisable to get within walls. And I look over at Drausken.
If that is what your decision is.
Good. Good. I am glad of it. Please. Come with me.
Sir, if I may, I did not mean to disrespect your hospitality. I am Lynn.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Lynn, and I take no offense. You have experienced something quite unpleasant. You recover better than some. Come.
Yes, let's.
Along the way to Lekar, Drausken is going to try to gently suss out the man's unit. He appears to probably be part of the heavy cav unit, but
What gave it away?
you know, the being
the horse, of
heavy
course, of
cav.
course.
The horse, the armor. I can't imagine why you'd think that.
Actually, it's more the lance.
You know, that also will do it.
Yeah. So you do come to realize, maybe not the unit number per se, but you do realize that this is a veteran warrior who has quite a few battles under his belt as well. Of course, you've fought much more exotic battles perhaps than he has. But in terms of stamping out the undead, he would be considered quite skilled. And he has been entrusted with one of the few still living horses in this land, which are still used as weapons of war.
Kind of making his way back to the rest of the group to chat. Be like, well, good news and bad news. I don't know this one. He feels like he's probably been part of the cavalry unit for some time, and that's not a unit that I typically spent much time around. So, I don't think he recognizes me.
You didn't strike me as a horse person.
Don't like him.
It's more like the horses don't like me.
That's what I said.
Have you ever been kicked by a horse?
No.
Yes.
It hurts a lot. I
was
spent 2.5
close.
weeks trying to learn how to ride a horse, and eventually the horse master decided that my presence around them was more complex
Undesirable.
than it was worth. So yeah, I'm not fond of them. They're not fond of me.
Fair enough.
So you make your way along the edge of the lake, following along, assuming you don't just like jump this man halfway through.
I mean, we could.
I mean, we could, but on the purely strategic side, Loraphyra's over here like, look, we wanted to get into Lekhar anyway. If this guy's gonna get us in with minimal questions, cool.
I'll get us maybe more info and a chance to rest surrounded by an army before they figure out who we are.
Well, you know, we're surrounded by an army of people who would turn on us and hang us from the nearest gibbet if they figured us out.
A gibbet.
No pressure.
A flibbity gibbet.
No. There's only one sentence in Falkovnia for any crime. Impalement.
Tasty.
Said.
So no gibbets.
Waste of good food for the ravens.
Does impalement prevent the rising of your fallen?
Not from what I can tell. Well, that is to say, those that are on the gates remain on the gates, but the enemy numbers still swell every month. Doesn't seem to do anything to stop that. And I have some theories about that, but nothing concrete.
Well, impalement only to your enemies, but what of your own fallen? What are your burial rites?
Oh, usually incineration. But again, it doesn't seem to stop the hordes from growing. Not that I would know, a random sellsword from some other land who's never been here before.
Yeah, I mean, as much as, you know, it is very, very mysterious to call you the loyal, the undying loyal, we should probably give you an actual fake name.
So he trots you out to why can't I ever remember the name of the name?
Remember the name of the name?
The way to the corpse walk. Near to the bridge.
Silverway?
Up the Silverway, down the Watchers Road.
Yeah, so you are going along Lake Kestrel.
Like the west side of the lake or the east side of the lake?
West side.
Oh,
West
okay.
side.
So we're walking that like isthmus between the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your life
The
guards
dead
should-
don't love the water. They can cross it, but well, like any soldier, it is a bad place to fight.
Seems like it. Probably slows them down a bit too.
Many fall, but once enough pile into the river, the rest can simply walk across.
Do the currents ever grow strong enough to carry them away?
Not without help. Luckily, we have many workers for just this occasion. Unclogging the river.
How very useful.
Indeed, but none of you have the bearing of a worker. I think you are meant for better things, yes?
I am
Oh.
a gardener by trade.
A gardener. I have forgotten what the garden is even like.
Do you have a favorite flower?
I could not even name them.
Shame. I would like to grow one for you.
Oh, that is very kind, but not necessary. I am unmoved by such things, I'm afraid.
So, how long have things been like this? Creepy moon up in the sky, undead monsters everywhere. Seems like a terrifying place to live.
It is.
But it's always been like this?
We have almost arrived. Look, campfires. There is a small gathering near the bridge. We will rest there. Amidst the snow-packed nook near the bridge, there is indeed a white-clothed and canvassed camp filled with soldiers. Let me move this guy down because he's your buddy.
He's our buddy.
Is he though?
He's not our enemy currently.
This way.
When did it get snowy?
I
It's
was-
cold.
Wondering the same.
It's called I Have Limited Maps.
Fair enough.
All right.
Falkovnia
It's
is
always-
usually very snowy.
It's always cold in Falkovnia.
So it's actually more of I'm short on snow maps.
Got it.
And fun thing for today, go ahead and move into the tent.
Oh.
Which tent? Which tent?
Do we
New
have some
tent?
layers going on?
Yeah, we have a foreground layer. Up here at the north, the big giant tent.
Ooh,
Big
fancy.
blue thing. Okay.
I'm up here, but Drausken is definitely not the first person in the tent.
Ooh,
He's
look
probably
at
gonna be like
that.
the second to last.
Ooh,
That's
right.
cool.
fancy.
Hey!
Look at that.
Technology moving forward.
This is
Fun
exactly
things.
what we needed tech to do.
The heck is that?
All right, now, what are you guys seeing?
A weird scroll.
Pay no attention to the thing that's not an NPC.
I'm looking at everything. Want to pick
Drausken
it
is
up?
definitely going to kind of like nudge
There we go.
Loraphyra to the front so that he can kind of stand behind her.
It will sort of block you from view.
All right.
Surround the old man.
Okay, so you come in and there is a tent. There's a map of Falkovnia strewn out along the. Well, there's a table there, and therein is a lone soldier, a dragonborn.
Good evening.
Good evening. You are new conscripts?
Aye. Sorry, I've forgotten the name of the cavalry who found us.
His name was Shuvalov.
Shuvalov. We met with Shuvalov on the road, and he has brought us here.
Excellent. I am Gonflar.
Gunflower, I am Loraphyra.
Like you, I am an outsider from this place. But it has grown on me.
We wear it upon our faces, we who are outside. But you seem to have found a comfortable place here.
I will not lie. It is a land of some despair, but one can find purpose in conflict, and the conflict here is never ending.
That sounds exhausting.
We do have to take a rest, but our duty is never complete. You have survived the dead outside the walls of Lakar, and for that, you are to be commended. Your skills are impressive. Shuvalov believes that you are worthy to join our ranks, and by the look of you, I would say his instincts are correct.
Well, we are indeed outsiders. Passed through the mist very recently, so this land is strange and difficult.
Difficulty. It is a gift in disguise. It makes us strong. And our captain is the strongest that there is. You should meet her. Perhaps in time you will.
I would be honored.
Indeed you would. Now, I suppose you will be needing rest, yes?
It has been a very long day.
I will assign a tent to you. In the morning, I will have the trumpet sounded, and we shall gather. And I shall give you new orders.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, recruits. Here. Allow me to show you.
He walks out of the tent.
Just got in here.
Just warmed up, and now I have to go out into the wind. Damn it!
What was this guy's name again?
Gonflar.
Gonflar. Well, what's with these names?
Here, the tent just to my left here. That should do you just fine.
Quite nicely. Thank you.
This will suffice. You are most gracious.
Good. This will be the last time we exchange pleasantries. In the morning, you will be soldiers, and you will learn to follow orders and to address me as Sir.
Yes, sir.
Rest well. The dawn comes soon enough.
Step into the tent and have a look.
I mean, it is a pretty standard army tent. There are bedrolls. There's a bit of cushion to lay your head upon. But it is modest.
Any thoughts,
Do
old
we
man?
intend to?
Sorry, what?
Not you, the other old man.
Lots of thoughts, lots of concerns, but we are fortunate. We seem to have found ourselves in the company of the same outsider that we were told of. I could do with a few red dragons flying overhead, but like as not, he won't be able to recognize me.
That is something.
You
Nope.
think that is the outsider that controls the dragon?
It's a red dragonborn. Wouldn't shock me. Besides, while I don't know how long I've been gone, outsiders aren't normally handed a command. This one is special. He's earned the general's trust. And if the
Katya?
scout was telling us true, the outsider with the dragon is the one that has received a command.
They intend for us to march.
Would it be advisable to go with him to find out what is going on? Or do we need to press into Lekhar? I think the real question is, we are able to do what we have come here to do relatively easily, and Loraphyra will show the blade that she still carries. Is that enough?
We don't know. We know far too little. Perhaps some of our arrogance rubbed off on me, but I had rather assumed that coming back to Falkovnia, I would be able to lead us to a quick and decisive victory. This is my hubris.
Well, it's nice to see you haven't completely lost your optimism.
What then? Do we continue playing as soldiers?
I don't know that it would be possible for us to slip out of this camp unnoticed. If these soldiers remember their training half as well as I taught them, slipping out is not going to be easy. It's possible. We have tricks, ravens, things like that.
We do.
But if we run, and they find us, we will be treated as deserters.
That is the danger we face here, yes. But the alternative is playing happy soldiers. Well, happy, quote unquote. Or do we
My
go
biggest
along?
concern.
Go ahead.
My biggest concern is not knowing who is in this unit.
And whether or not they would know you?
Worst case scenario, there are members of the old Vanguard in this unit. I knew every single one of them by name, and I doubt they would forget my face. But it's possible that Breshkar has them out somewhere else. That's the best I can hope for right now.
As a conscript, are you entitled to a helmet?
I'll keep wearing what I've got. I don't see why they would strip me of that.
There is also a great deal to be said for expectation. You're dead. They will not be expecting necessarily to see you. As long as you don't directly draw attention.
Well, I might have overplayed my hand earlier.
You? Never.
You
Back when
suspect
I
they
thought
know?
we had a chance of sneaking around and gathering more information. Back when I believed it was possible to foment dissent and unravel the loyalty of the Talons around Vladeska. I passed off that cheese to be handed to her. That was a message. She might not know what it means, but she'll be on her guard.
Well, I suppose much will depend on what else is happening here. And we can solve none of it when we are staggering with exhaustion.
On that I wholeheartedly agree.
And so you decide to take a long rest, yes?
Yes.
As long as they'll let us.
Yeah, and I mean, as soon as my 4 hours of trance are done, I'm sitting up on the cot or whatever it is they're giving us, just listening and paying attention to what's going on. Assuming that I get through all 4 hours of my trance. Don't start that,
As long as
sir.
an army rest.
Sorry, I'm usually in bed already. In these days. So you yes, after 4 hours you do complete your trance, and as you sort of become acquainted with this camp and familiarize yourself with these surroundings, you do see essentially men on patrol and on watch, taking care of their own duties. And you look up and the moon has turned black with shadow.
I'm not looking.
This is
the
after
rest
we've
of us
woken up?
I think I'm the only one awake.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Well,
I'll-
hitting
I'll-
the long rest button go to my head.
I'll study the moon for a moment before turning away.
It seems that the moon has a new cycle. Instead of passing, waning, and crescenting, instead, it seems to fill and then empty.
Fill with whatever it was that turned it into a dragon eye, and then empty.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll risk a little bit of a longer look as that occurs to me.
All right, roll sanity.
Cool. 8. Nah, let it ride.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say you can use a Deadpool.
I mean, if someone will second it, I'll go for it.
I mean, you don't want to lose too much of your sanity. Bad things happen.
Fair enough.
As I can
Also, fun
attest.
things happen.
That's true.
Really? Mm-hmm. Sure. Oh God.
Oh,
I'm
Worse.
well.
I rolled a nat
Uh-oh.
1.
I guess it's not meant to be.
All right. Well, you lose another point of sanity.
Oh,
As you also begin to experience the sort of things I had before described to Lynn. However, it doesn't seem to take a chokehold on as it did for her. As after a few moments you are relinquished, but what you are left with is the greater sense of impermanence of this place, of the lack of permanence in the lives of these people. And it allows you to entertain thoughts of superiority. Soon they will be dead and gone. And their cycle will finish. And whatever they see as pressing is, to you, perhaps somewhat ridiculous.
That's just being an elf.
True.
But no,
I mean, you only lost 1 point.
Well, and I think as I tear my eyes away from it and I'm watching the people walking guard and everything, they look like ghosts to me because this place is so transitory. As we have already succeeded in what we have done, what we have set out to do in 3 other places, this will be no different in time. And I don't know if superiority is the right term, but there's a kind of pity, which I guess is a form of superiority. But it's not maliciously meant necessarily, just the kind of sad, you're being cut off before your time and it isn't your fault.
It might be the way that we regard a lesser creature like an animal or an insect.
In a matter of speaking, I guess. Or the way that every elf regards every other humanoid.
Indeed.
And so what of the rest of us? Is it a full 8 hours before the
Well, that just
bugle
depends.
sounds revelry?
Is Loraphyra chilling out, or is she going to try to do some shenanigans?
Oh, there's no shenanigans happening here. She's just getting the lay of the land, feeling things out. She is entirely too wise to go off half-cocked.
Okay, well, you get, at the very least, a count of the various soldiers here. While Drausken had described these soldiers as the best of the best, and just being an unstoppable force, give me an insight check.
Sure. I rolled a nat 1 for a 13.
Hot diggity.
Nice. So you get the sense that, as individual soldiers, they are far from unstoppable. But as a unified force, their training may give them a greater edge. But they're also used to fighting things that don't fight back well.
Sure. Oh, that may have blunted their edge a little bit, that they are fighting things that are a pure force of nature and not tactical in any sense.
There's give and take with that, right? On the one hand, you can get mortal creatures to decide to preserve their own lives, but they also aren't like infinite. Whereas the dead seem to be. But something is bothering you, Loraphyra. Where are these dead coming from?
Right. I've been thinking about that, especially with Drausken constantly hitting on, we burn our dead, and yet the numbers continue to swell. Like,
they do. Especially with the size of how small Falkovnia is. Where are all the bodies coming from?
Well, they come from the mist. So then are these people who have died in the Shadowfell? Are these people who have died in other domains? Are these... What is this? She's mulling over this question, considering that. But it's clearly, like, they come out of the mist. They cannot be based in Falkovnia.
At this point, you may hit the long rest button if you have been waiting for me to say that.
Alrighty.
I didn't. I was a bad girl.
We know.
You've been a naughty girl.
Oh my.
But perhaps a clever girl.
I don't know. I'm not really that clever.
Yes, you
I
are. You
just
stop
like-
that.
I just wanted to hit the button.
Now, listen, we can all be clever, but are we raptor clever? I mean, those guys are really clever. So, anyway.
How it's
I
done,
can't
done,
hear
done.
Full in a glass. I walk too hard.
So-
Does that count?
There is the sound of a horn, and you can hear the soldiers milling about outside, lining up and getting ready for their duties.
Oh, does that really have to be what wakes us up?
Come on now. Get up.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining.
No, it's much more of like a.
By the time Yi-Ling is actually like getting her eyelids open, Drausken's already halfway into his armor. It's like, come on now. You don't want to be the last one out of the tent. Trust me on
that. He just groans and gets up. And...
So,
Loraphyra, can you help strap me in?
Of course. Help buckle straps.
I am more attuned to responding to a bell.
I usually get up early, but it feels like we haven't slept at all. Ugh. She starts her stretches.
Ugh. Trust me, Lynn. When you hear the bells here, they're not there to wake you up. They're there to let you know that we're about to get overrun.
Hell's bells, literally.
The quicker to return to sleep, I suppose.
Mm.
All right. Loraphyra is obviously already fully dressed and kitted out because she's had 4 hours on everyone else.
right, yeah, true.
But she'll help Yi-Ling get into her gear and, you know.
I mean, there's not much. She's
Jenna-
got no
Jen-
armor. And she
Jen-
doesn't have to braid her hair anymore.
Generally play squire for her friends in the tent.
Single top.
Drausken is like fighting every urge to move to his position in formation.
All right, so you do attempt to play soldier, yes?
I mean, we follow Drausken's lead, I guess.
At least
but
for right now.
I'm sure they'll show us where our places are supposed to be.
Good morning.
Morning.
I see you have not run off in the middle of the night. Well done.
We like not being chased across the open expanse and speared.
Very funny. I like that. Well, you're already in your own rank. Since you are already experienced, let us just keep you as you are. I think that this will be acceptable to the commander.
Excellent.
And where will our pedigree put us?
Your pedigree? You speak as one of the nobility of old. A very long time ago. Long
I'm sorry, I
dead
won't do it
now.
again.
I'd recommend against it. We don't really like nobility.
We'll just stop talking if that's all right with everyone.
I give Drausken the "don't say we" look.
No, that was like very under his breath, directly to Lynn.
We love a good soda voce. We also love a good perception check to hear it.
Meanwhile, Yi-Ling's feeling like she's back in the dojo. She's like, at the ready.
The Commander Gonflar moves out from his tent. Good morning. You are all looking strong and well. Our mission is coming to a close. Many of the rebels, the bannerless, have fallen. There are just a few dark spots to blot out. Once they are dealt with, it will be some time before anyone gets the idea to stand against Drakov again. Our superior tactics and training have allowed this victory to come to pass. You will all, survivors, receive commendations. I am certain of it. But we have suffered some losses. It is difficult to refill the ranks of great warriors. But we have been fortunate. Last night, we were graced by 4 more mercenaries. Welcome. Your trial begins. There is a bastion of bannerless rebels that remain. Your purpose, of course, is to annihilate them. And as you are not familiar with how we do things here in Falkovnia, once they are dealt with, alive or dead, they are to be mounted upon the battlements, impaled by spear and pike, made as example, as a reminder, as a monument to our strength and achievement, to the order that we bring to this forsaken realm. Let those that place themselves above you, above the people, feed our earth. Sir Knight, I entrust you with this task. Lead these newcomers to the Enclave. Report on their slaughterings. You all know your duties. You are dismissed.
Sir, yes, sir.
Loraphyra will bow very slightly.
Lynn could not even
Anyone?
pretend to imitate a soldier's posture.
Anyone paying attention to Drausken would note that he's kind of like shifting around, kind of bobbing, kind of has a weird look to him. He's getting into it. Like you can see like his blood is starting to pump, receiving like military orders, military directives. Like, there's just something in him that cannot resist that feeling of the oncoming battle.
Well, get some food in your bellies. Very soon we will go. I can't wait to see you in action.
Sir. And Drausken is going to imitate a salute from like a foreign mercenary company that he's seen before. Something that is explicitly not the salute of the Falcons.
I admire your enthusiasm. But this is how we do it. And he gives you the salute of Falkovnia. Do as I have done.
He will do it kind of sloppily.
While Yi-Ling executes it perfectly.
He gets down off of his horse, and he moves to you, Drausken. He stands in front of you. And he reaches out and adjusts your position. Like this.
Thank you, sir.
Lennon feels her need to appeal to another order figure, and she tries to do it, but she can't.
This time, Drausken will turn around and help. And he will put you in exactly the right position.
You're a quick study.
Lot of time on the march.
Good.
Well, what about that chow?
Right this way, friend. He takes you over to the camp area where there's some very simple stew cooking on the fire. So, tell me, what got you into this life? The life of a warrior. Be you
Talking to me?
soldier or mercenary. Yeah, you.
It's your domain. You don't get to hide.
Oh, well. You know.
I do
life
not.
is- Obviously, you became a soldier yourself. You have a story, don't you?
Indeed, I do.
You know how it is. Life is hard. And if you're strong, sometimes that means you do labor, and sometimes that means you do fighting. Turns out I was a little bit better at the fighting than I was at the labor.
I was never good at labor.
What about now? All of these barricades. Sounds like you're putting them up, taking them down all the time. You must have some skill.
Oh, that is not the work I do anymore. No. I am living best life. I am on horse with lance. I charge along the snow, and I break the dead upon my power. That is the stuff of life.
Sounds good.
You know, some say that there is no end to these dead. I hope that is true. Many might look upon our dear Falkovnia as a sort of hell. But to me it is paradise. Many of the commanders feel likewise. Did you become a soldier out of necessity or out of passion?
Well, like I said, it was what I did well. What I could get paid to do. Empty purse, empty belly.
I'm afraid gold will only take you so far here. There are few markets and little to buy.
That's all right. It seems like you take care of your soldiers, give them food. That's good. Soldiers, they're our lifeblood, right?
Of course.
Tell me, how long have you been in charge of these troops?
I have been at my post for the last 10 years. I was like any of these soldiers before that you see. I had always dreamed of being a Talon. When I became old enough, I joined immediately.
I see. Were you born here then?
Oh yes. Was born in a bit of a hovel, but by parents who were loyal. They knew who they served. They taught
That's
me
good.
to be loyal. When I joined, I saw such pride in my mother's face. And when I took my horse and I rode home, oh, my brothers were filled with envy. But if they work hard, I am sure that in time they will achieve greatness as well.
How long has all this been going on? You said that you've always wanted to join the Talons. How long have they been here?
Well, as long as I've been alive. And I have been alive 30 years.
That's quite a term of service. 30 years. Goodness. I can scarcely imagine.
Something wrong, old-timer?
Oh, no, just remembering. 30 years is a long time. It's a very long time.
We should make sure to get some food before we
Yes.
set out.
Yes.
I must say, sir, your vigor for the battle is admirable, and there's a palpable energy between you and the camp. Is this a sentiment shared between you and the fellow officers?
We all love what we do. And we love Vladeska. Our devotion to her, it is undying.
You hold a great deal of respect and inspiration for your commander. Does she, too, wish for a war unending?
No. No, all good things must come to an end at some point. And she has a plan. She has set her sights upon the moon. And it is within the secrets of its mysteriousness that will bring our salvation.
It's a rather strange moon. Has it always been like that?
No. I remember when it began. The moon would always foretell when the dead were coming.
And now?
And now they do not leave. But the general, she says that the reason for this is that the dead are making a desperate attempt to win. The flame burns brightest just before it goes out, she says. She promises an end to this war very soon, within a year's time.
Sounds indomitable. Tell me about this general that we now serve.
General Vladiska Drakov is the greatest warrior in the world. And anything else I could say would only diminish her glory. But you will understand soon, when we return from this battle. You may join us, truly. And then you will see her. And you too shall be touched by her grace and empowered by her metal.
I suppose that would be a great honor for us to be in the presence of such a great warrior.
It will.
But it sounds as if we have work to do first.
Yes, yes, indeed.
If you have filled your bellies, now is the time. I want to show you something. Something to inspire you. And something to teach you. Then we shall on our way. I promise it is not far.
Lead the way.
It's good. A good soldier is always learning, and inspiration never hurt anyone.
And soon enough, looming before you, is the great fortress, the castle of Lakar. And you stand along the bridge, or just before it, the gatehouse. A gatehouse and a bridge bathed in fire and blood. High in the sky, flying over you. I'm gonna change the layer here. is a great dragon of crimson scales. Look at the decor that is just here around us. This is the task that you will have to perform very soon.
Aye. The enemies of Lacquer. The Talon's foes put to the pike.
These were mere outsiders. Please, follow close.
Approaching the gate, Drausken is becoming visibly uncomfortable.
But even worse befalls those who take oaths that inspire the general, even herself, and then fall short. To them comes a terrible fate, price, and they adorn the battlements, the gatehouse here. I am told this one broke the general's heart. And now he holds a special place. And of course, as Drausken looks up at the corpse, he sees himself long rotted. Some flesh preserved by the icy cold air, but a long blade extends from his torso out through his sternum, and the rest of him is chained to the wall, stripped of his clothing and armor, stripped of dignity. Remember this lesson well, my friends.
An Oathbreaker's fate, well deserved.
Indeed.
I put a hand firmly on Drausken's shoulders, and I will say, we will, without fail, mete out what must be done with undying loyalty.
And there it is. That is where we will end for tonight.
Wow. Much to think upon here.
Think
you
how
all.
horrible this all is. Sorry.
By the way, I painted this up just really fast. It's really bad, but I wanted to do a closer version so you could see yourself, Drausken, really clearly.
Oh, man.
Oh, gosh.
I love it, though. I freaking love it. Oh, my God.
30 plus years you've been dead.
He's got
No one gonna recognize you.
he's got some chops on him, I gotta say. It's not quite jerky yet.
Or he's all jerking because that's how he started. Stars and stones.
Oh.
So yeah, that's what I was doing when we were getting ready.
Yeah, you were super locked in getting that ready.
Yeah, I was like, we got to do it because Dane had said that that's what had happened to him. So I was like, okay, well,
Have to honor it.
we got to do it.
Mad respect.
Amazing. All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here for this week's episode of Death. We will be back next week to continue in Falkovnia as we attempt to figure out how to do the thing. And boy, I do not love the idea of killing rebels. Just gonna say that right now. Yeah, there's a lot going on here this week. Midnight in the Garden of Chrome and Fog is tomorrow. Vampire the Masquerade is Thursday. And yeah, it's a busy week around here. So join the Discord if you have not, to keep track of what is going on in the space. Assuming my command works, there it goes. And until we meet again, friends, I hope that your journey back through the mushroom circles is as calm and as peaceful as it is possible to be. And until we meet again, stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you all very soon. Have a lovely night, everyone.